Have you noticed the buzz? It seems like everywhere you turn, social media, financial news, even casual conversations, everyone is suddenly talking about XRP. The excitement is hard to ignore, and it's not just coming from die-hard crypto fans. Mainstream investors, analysts, and even traditional finance professionals are starting to pay close attention. XRP is suddenly at the center of the crypto conversation, and it's not just hype, there's real momentum building. The price charts are showing significant movement, and the volume of discussion online has skyrocketed. But what's really fueling this surge in interest? For years, XRP was overshadowed by legal uncertainty, keeping big institutions at bay. Many investors were hesitant, unsure if XRP would ever break through the regulatory fog that surrounded it. But a recent court ruling clarified XRP's status, opening the door for institutional interest. This legal clarity has been a game changer, giving both retail and institutional investors new confidence to explore XRP. Now the talk of an XRP exchange-traded fund, or ETF, is heating up. The possibility of an ETF has sparked fresh speculation and optimism, with many wondering if XRP could follow in the footsteps of other major digital assets. An ETF could be a game changer, making it easy for pension funds and asset managers to invest in XRP through familiar regulated channels. This would open the floodgates for new capital, potentially driving adoption and liquidity to new heights. This isn't just about price, it's about transforming how crypto fits into the broader financial system. If XRP becomes accessible through an ETF, it could signal a new era of integration between digital assets and traditional finance. The journey of Bitcoin's ETF changed the game for digital assets. Now all eyes are on XRP to see if it can follow. The precedent set by Bitcoin has shown what's possible when crypto goes mainstream. The implications go beyond XRP holders. This could reshape the entire crypto landscape. A successful XRP ETF could pave the way for other digital assets to gain legitimacy and broader acceptance. In this video, we'll break down what an ETF is, who's driving the push, and what it means for the future of finance. We'll explore the potential impact on markets, investors, and the evolving relationship between crypto and Wall Street. Let's dive into why XRP is suddenly the talk of the town. Stay tuned, because the story of XRP is just getting started. What's an ETF, and why is everyone in the crypto world suddenly talking about it? If you're new to investing or just crypto curious, you might have heard the term thrown around in financial news or on social media, but what does it really mean? And more importantly, why does it matter for crypto investors, both big and small? Think of an ETF as a pre-packed basket of assets, like stocks, bonds, or even cryptocurrencies, that you can buy with a single click, just like shopping online. Instead of picking out each item one by one, you get a whole bundle, making investing much easier. In traditional finance, ETFs have made investing simple and accessible for millions. There's no need to become an expert or manage a complicated portfolio. You just buy shares of the ETF and you're instantly diversified. A spot crypto ETF, like those for Bitcoin, actually holds the digital asset itself, not just a promise or a bet on its price. This means you're investing in the real thing, not a synthetic version. If an XRP ETF launches, investors could buy shares on the stock market, skipping the hassle of setting up crypto wallets, managing private keys, or worrying about security risks. It's as easy as buying any regular stock. This opens the door for big institutions, think banks, pension funds, and hedge funds, who need regulated, insured products to invest at scale. It's a game changer for mainstream adoption. Spot ETFs are preferred over futures ETFs because they're backed by the real asset, not just contracts or derivatives. This gives investors more confidence and stability. That means the ETF's price closely tracks XRP's actual market value, and every share bought increases demand for real XRP, potentially impacting its price in the real world. For everyday investors, it's a familiar, secure way to get crypto exposure without the technical headaches or risks of direct ownership. For the broader market, it's a bridge connecting traditional finance to the fast-evolving world of digital assets, making crypto more accessible than ever before. That's why the prospect of an XRP ETF is such a big deal. It signals a new era where digital assets and Wall Street can finally meet. It's about access, legitimacy, and growth, giving more people the chance to participate in the crypto revolution and helping the market mature. So, let's dive deeper and see why big money is suddenly interested in crypto ETFs and what it could mean for the future of investing. For years, XRP's legal battle with the SEC kept institutional investors away, but a pivotal court ruling in 2023 clarified that XRP isn't a security when traded on public exchanges. This legal clarity removed the biggest barrier for big money. Now, institutions are looking at XRP's real strengths: fast, cheap cross-border payments and a robust blockchain. With regulatory fog lifting, XRP is being re-evaluated as a serious piece of financial infrastructure, not just a speculative token. The combination of legal clarity and real-world utility is attracting institutional capital. The conversation has shifted from risk to opportunity. An ETF would give these investors the regulated access they need. That's why the XRP ETF narrative is gaining so much traction. The push for an XRP ETF is being shaped by industry leaders and financial giants. Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple's CEO, has championed both XRP and regulatory clarity, signaling Ripple's readiness for an ETF. On Wall Street, BlackRock's entry into Bitcoin ETFs set a precedent. If they embraced Bitcoin, why not XRP now that legal hurdles are lower? Other major players like Grayscale, Fidelity, and ARK Invest are also in the mix, having already built crypto ETF infrastructure. The race is on. Who will file first? And who will win approval? Ripple is working behind the scenes, while asset managers weigh the opportunity. The collective momentum suggests it's not a question of if, but when. The first mover will set the tone for the entire market. This is a high-stakes chess game between crypto innovators and financial titans. The outcome could redefine the crypto investment landscape. The biggest hurdle for an XRP ETF remains the SEC. Despite court clarity, the SEC hasn't fully backed down and still questions whether most cryptocurrencies are securities. ETF approval requires a detailed application and a rigorous review focused on market integrity and investor protection. The SEC's past denials often cited concerns about manipulation and market maturity. Bitcoin ETF approvals in 2024 set a precedent, but XRP's path could still face unique challenges. The SEC might argue XRP's market is less mature or more centralized, delaying approval. The industry is watching for any shift in the SEC's stance. The process could be smooth or spark another legal battle. The SEC's next move will be critical for XRP's ETF hopes. An XRP ETF would be a milestone for the entire crypto ecosystem, not just XRP. It would represent a significant step forward in the recognition of digital assets as legitimate investment vehicles, opening the door for a wider range of investors to participate in the crypto market. It would legitimize digital assets further, showing that ETFs aren't just for Bitcoin. By expanding the ETF landscape to include XRP, it signals to both institutional and retail investors that the crypto market is maturing and becoming more inclusive. Approval could trigger a domino effect, paving the way for ETFs tied to other major cryptocurrencies. This could include coins like Solana, Cardano, or even emerging projects, broadening the scope of regulated crypto investment products. Asset managers would likely launch a suite of crypto ETFs, making it easier for investors to diversify. This diversification could help reduce risk and encourage more traditional investors to explore the crypto space. This would accelerate crypto's integration into mainstream finance. The collaboration between traditional financial institutions and crypto innovators would become more common, bridging the gap between old and new finance. ETFs attract massive capital. Bitcoin ETFs drew billions in months. The same could happen with XRP, bringing in new funds and increasing the overall market capitalization of the crypto sector. New liquidity would benefit not just XRP, but the whole market, boosting stability and innovation. Increased trading volumes and deeper markets could lead to more robust price discovery and healthier market dynamics. The XRP ETF journey is a test case for future crypto regulation and adoption. How regulators respond will set important precedents for the industry. Its success or failure will signal how regulators view digital assets going forward. The outcome could influence policy decisions and the pace of crypto adoption worldwide. A successful launch could mark a new era of open integrated finance. It would empower more people to access digital assets and participate in the evolving financial landscape. The stakes are high for the entire industry. Every move is being watched closely by investors, regulators, and innovators alike. Let's look at what's next for XRP, ETFs, and the future of crypto finance. As the XRP ETF story continues to unfold, here's what matters most for investors and the broader crypto community. Legal clarity has unlocked a wave of institutional interest, and the ETF is the bridge they're all waiting for to enter the market. Watch closely for official ETF filings from major asset managers. These will be the first big signals to watch for in the coming weeks. Pay close attention to statements from the SEC and industry leaders for any shift in tone or new regulatory guidance. The outcome will shape not just XRP, but also the future of crypto ETFs in the US for years to come. The convergence of traditional finance and crypto is accelerating faster than ever before. We'll keep you updated with clear, hype-free analysis as this important story develops. Stay tuned to Crypto Insider for the latest insights and expert updates.